How does gaming change as you get older? Let's take a look at how gaming started, at least when I started playing, to how it is now. As you get older, the love for gaming stays the same, but the time you have to dedicate to playing games, especially long games like adventure games, role-playing games, dramatically decreases. In my teens, I spent hundreds of hours on Final Fantasy VII. I finished the game several times. But now being older, I have absolutely no time for a game like Final Fantasy. Which really sucks, especially with the new Final Fantasy VII that came out a few years back. It'd be great to relive Final Fantasy from back in the 90s, especially with the new graphics and new story that's been added to it, but unfortunately it just doesn't work out that way. Life just hits you hard as you get older. You have a lot more responsibilities, a job, kids, family, everything. Now this leaves me with games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, things like that, just because I can get through quick games with the short amount of time I have or spare time that I have available to me. And let's not forget sports games. Sports games can be done pretty quickly as well. Each game is about 15-20 minutes. So these are games I can definitely make time for. I think the real problem is having to basically dedicate 2, 3, 4 hours into one game. The irony is, now that I'm making videos about video games for YouTube, I even have less time for video games. That's pretty crazy in itself. Now this is going to be a perfect example. So when I was younger, in my teens and 20s, I'd play a lot more Need for Speed, like Need for Speed Underground, for example, or Burnout, things like that. Now my taste has changed where I'm much more into a simulation type of game, more realism as I've gotten older. So more Forza, Gran Turismo, games like that. I also expect a lot more out of games nowadays as well. Like back in the day, I used to play games like Star Fox where you're flying a spaceship and just shooting enemies. Nowadays, I expect a lot more, like for example in No Man's Sky, where not only do I fight enemies, but I'm also building my craft, going to explore planets, customizing what's in my spaceship, myself, and meeting other aliens and other people around the world. I expect that kind of level nowadays, and that's definitely a huge difference from Star Fox. Still playing multiplayer games after all these years? Yes, definitely doing that. The difference I see, at least from what I noticed in my experience, is rather than trash talking other players that you're shooting and going against and telling them how you're going to chase them down and shoot them, we kind of trash talk each other. Everyone on our own team, if someone messes up or misses a kill, we remind them how garbage they are and how they just need to get their game back on point. And that's how you become a good teammate. Another thing I noticed about playing when you're older is that rather than competing with your own teammates so you can get the most kills and assists and so forth, we actually work together to get the win, and that's kind of our focus. Especially with first-person games, when you play things like Team Deathmatch or Battle Royale, we really focus on using strategy to get the win at the end of it. That's kind of our main focus, rather than seeing who gets the most kills. You'll notice this in my previous videos talking about Resurgence and why everyone goes to Control Center. It really makes no sense if you're trying to go for the win. At the end of the day, growing older doesn't take gaming away from you. If anything, it reminds you why you love gaming so much. So whether you're playing for 5 hours or 30 minutes after a long day, a gamer will always be a gamer. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take a second to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.